It's been about 8 months since we moved to the Japanese countryside, and we are settling into our life here on the island. Our daughter is trying out her very first bicycle. It's a beautiful evening, and there's a quiet road around the field outside our place where she can practice cycling. The safety wheels first.
I put like this.
Okay.
So I can eat. I can eat it.
No, you won't. Just start off slow.
どうバイクいい感じ
Hop on the bike. Okay, hold your handlebars. Yeah, you got safety wheels now, and you got to pedal forward. Pedal. I'll give you a push to start, and keep pedaling forward. Yes. And look up where you want to go and ride. Keep pedaling. You got strong legs. Keep pedaling. There you go. That's it. That's riding a bicycle. Yes. Keep going. As she figures it out, we thought we'd share just a few of the differences we've experienced between living in the rural countryside as opposed to city life. Actually, we can start with something like a kid's bicycle. There are no big shopping malls, home centers, or stores like Toys R Us on the island. Not backwards. Well,
Never work.
now you can see because you're on the bike and you got your safety wheels. If you pedal backwards, the bicycle won't go anywhere. That's right. Forwards. We were only able to find 2 kids' bikes in the local shop. So as we do with quite a few other items, we bought her bicycle online. The delivery service to the island with things like online shopping is pretty good. It usually takes around 2 to 3 days for your goods to arrive. There can be delays when the weather is bad and the seas are rough, because most goods are transported here by boat. And that's also when you sometimes start to notice the shelves emptying in the supermarkets. Regarding supermarkets, our closest one is about 10 minutes drive away, whereas in the city, we had a large supermarket just across the road from our apartment. Another thing we've obviously noticed about living in the countryside is how different your surroundings are. Outside our house, there is nothing but fields and farms. There are a few houses dotted around, quite close to us, and we are part of a small village community, of which there are a number of in various areas on the island. Certainly very different to the hustle and bustle of city life. it out for themselves, you know, as well. That's quite slippery on the pedals to start.
みたいね。
You used to get the straps as well. Because
Mm,
the drivers
mm,
put on
あ、
the
そう
pedals.
なんだ。あれか、ストライダー。She didn't
No pedals, yeah, it's very new.
have pedal. あ、そっかそっか、そうやね。そうそうそうそう、上手上手。
Once a month, the village head pays us a visit to collect the small 1,000 yen community fee and drop off a sort of village circular notice. Sometimes he's knocking on our door at 6 in the morning, which again seems to be fairly common practice here in the rural areas, quite different to anything we've experienced before. While on the subject of early wake-up calls, let me tell you about our garbage collection service. General garbage is collected twice a week from a small shed at the end of our lane. They usually come at around 8 in the morning, so that's not too bad. But all your recyclables, such as aluminium cans, plastic bottles, glass, cardboards, etc., is only collected once every 2 months from an area about 500 meters away from our house. And they like you to have it there by 6 in the morning.
Yeah, you gotta be careful there.
Now that's a bit of a stretch for us. But luckily, there's a small waste disposal factory quite close to us, where you can take your recyclables to at a reasonable time of the day.
It takes time, practice. Wanna read something?
休憩中 ?OK。
I'm sitting in a bike.
Speaking of waste, there's actually no main sewage system here on the island. People either have a septic tank or, like us, just a sewage tank outside the property, which is cleared out once a month. Again, a little different to the city, but it works fine for us.
I'm chicken.
Yeah. They're quite. They're getting very loose again. So, ne.
あ、そう。
Ah,
危ないな。
I need to get a. Need to get a wrench.
うん。
Yeah. Yeah.
読むのなんだ。誰かやってた。うん。
怖いや
うん。
つ。ライオンが知ったの。
うん。
風になって。
うん。
I have to get a wrench so you can tighten that.
うん。 でもサイクリング、自転車してる時に本読まんでええのちゃうの？
Yeah, you just practice slowly and you get better and better.
Moving on to public transport and getting around the island. There are no trains here and just a small bus service. You can book a taxi if needed, but they're not driving around all the time, waiting to be flagged down. There is minimal traffic and not that many traffic lights on the island.
大丈夫だね。You okay? 止める？もう一回。痛い？大丈夫？チェッキングしてる。チェックしてんのまだ。
No, that's very loose, that one.
大丈夫よ。うん。大丈夫？ Everything's okay? うん。
Might take it back to the house, so just a
Something about reading.
the cat thinks you're a bit weird as well.
Oh my, cat think weird. Yeah. どうしたみーちゃん。なんでいつも本読むの？みーちゃん。
もう一回自転車やりたい。
Yeah, let's just get it home so that I can.
うん。でもう一回回ろう。
make this
同じところ。
Okay, bicycle? I love you.
I'll end off by saying it's very quiet and peaceful around our house, especially in the evenings, and it's pitch black at night. At certain times of the year, on clear nights, you can be treated to millions of stars in the sky.
We'll just put it here for now. There you go.